select few people had access to this screen anymore inside of the lab system to be able to do this, and the only way that you were going to be able to do it anymore was to submit a ticket. I said, Brindy, we have a problem. And yeah, I had already started my email to Kathy Donahoe, right? She goes, I'd reach out to Kathy. I was like, I'm already on it. I said, as soon as I heard this BS, I said, oh, I'm telling Mom.
I'm streaming.
So I reached out to Kathy. 5 minutes later, Kathy responded and saying, you know, to one of her people, she's like, reach out to this doctor, get them access back. Don't tell me I can't have access to something. Kathy will make sure I have that access.
This is what I try to tell them. You talk about forever wars. Good versus evil is forever.
Uncle Jim, the great one. We appreciate it.
It's okay, I just went live.
That's all the time we have left this evening.
Stop.
Thank God.
No, I mean,
War is a safer place tonight.
You have to be quiet.
Stay with the Fox News Channel.
What's up, Clayton? How are you, brother?
Continuing coverage of the incredibly successful U.S. strike against Iran's nuclear
What's going on?
Trace Gallagher is next. Thank God.
Chan, how are you?
Good evening, I'm Trace Gallagher. It's 11 p.m. on the East Coast, 8 o'clock here in Los Angeles, and 6 a.m. in Israel, a country that just got a huge lift from the United States in its fight against Iran, after the U.S. successfully attacked the very core of Iran's nuclear infrastructure. Welcome to a special breaking news edition of America's Late News, Fox News at Night.
What you guys up to?
Report to the world that the strikes
What's going
were a
on?
spectacular military success. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated.
You guys doing all right? Let's start off with some likes and shares, man. Let's get some people in here. I'd appreciate it.
Including Natanz, Isfahan, and Fordow. There is word tonight the U.S. used 6 of those bunker buster bombs.
I'm on all of them. I'm on
the
TikTok,
Fordow site
YouTube,
alone,
Facebook,
and fired
Instagram.
dozens of Tomahawk missiles at the Natanz and Isfahan sites. Now the world waits to see how Iran responds.
Iran, the bully of the Middle East, must now make peace. If they do not, future attacks will be far greater and a lot easier.
Iranian television saying that any American target is legitimate, but the U.S. saying...
What's going on? What's going on?
Military leaders are dead, their missile bases decimated, and now their nuclear sites are reportedly finished. We have live...
Frank, how are you?
The Chief National Security Correspondent Jennifer Griffin is live in the Pentagon with more on how the military operation went down.
Daniel Jones. Earl, what's going on, man?
But we begin live in the White House and Lucas Tomlinson with more on the president's message to Americans. Lucas, good evening.
Good evening, Trace. President Trump just addressed the nation.
Breaking news. Trump has just authorized one of the fastest military deployments in modern history. Thousands of U.S.
How's everyone
troops are
doing?
now being rushed to critical bases across
Who's on
the Middle
Facebook?
East. Qatar, Bahrain,
Put your name up there so I can see you. What's everybody doing tonight? I'm out. Who screenshotted my face? Why would someone do that? Sandy, how are you? Lee, thanks for joining. Yeah, turn your volume down. What's going on? Red, white, and B. Big Six, what's up, man? Hope everyone's doing well. I am camping. I'm down at the beach. And it's such a beautiful night out. I decided to go sit under the gazebo and go live for a little bit. See what happens. Red Death. Yeah, man. Everything's going good. Hope you all had a good day. Old man, Cliff Buck, what's going on? Let's all take a second and just do some shares. We drinking yet? I don't know. I got 2 cases of Michelob Ultra sitting on the table here that was gifted to me. Oh, look who it is.
What's up?
What's up, Brian? How's it going?
How are you?
Well, I'm doing good.
Awesome.
What are you doing?
I just got finished gauging my 9mm, and I'm looking for my 7.62 case gauge.
Cool.
Which I haven't been able to find all day today. So it's kind of frustrating.
My man. Dude, I'm down in Delaware. We're just, we have like a little RV down at the beach that we hang out in on weekends.
Nice.
So, we come down here, and which is typically why I don't go on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, because I'm usually down here. But I just got internet, and I had my laptop, and I said, fuck it, why not? Let's do it.
Okay.
So.
Let's say hi to Bag over here. Joe, right?
Yep.
Hi to Joe. Joe, right? 22 people on here. Yeah. Hi to Joe.
Yeah, check it out, man. I just got these done. You see that?
Oh, nice.
Just had these made.
Yeah, I got these embroidered.
Yeah.
My logo. Nice. Remember the sprayer?
Yeah, man.
And I made some bacon makers today, if you see those.
I did. I was gonna. This is awesome. Yo, Motorhead, what's going on, man? Yeah, it sure does.
Where in Pennsylvania are you from?
Like Philadelphia?
Okay. So I think we said this before. You're not a Phillies fan.
I'm not a Phillies fan. No, I'm not.
It's so sad to hear.
Are you?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that. But I mean, honestly, I don't really follow baseball. But you know, I was born in New York and raised in Jersey, so I'm a Yankees fan. And
That makes sense you're born there. I was born in Harrisburg Hospital.
oh, in PA.
Yeah, so not far away.
Yeah, not far away at all. So yeah, I'm a Giants fan though.
Yeah, my old man's in Mechanicsburg. I got some sisters in Dillsburg. So,
My wife has relatives in Mechanicsburg, don't you?
Mercersburg.
Mercersburg, yeah, which is not far.
we're all burgers in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to go to Ocean City, Maryland every year growing up. Yeah, we used to go to Ocean
Yeah.
every year.
My place here in Delaware, I'm like 40 minutes from Ocean City, Maryland.
Yeah, that was our vacation spot every single year growing up for the first, I don't know, until we moved. So,
That's cool. That's cool. You're familiar with Motorhead, right?
yeah, well, we were talking earlier, and when I started talking about your stuff, he's like, "Oh yeah, Joe's a great guy." Blah blah blah. I'm like, "Oh wait, because I clicked because Motorhead was over there following you when you told me to do that." So
Yeah.
he's here for a while tonight.
Yeah, Motorhead, man. Let's congratulate Motorhead, man. He's in the Sellers program now.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, man. He's selling Ida Gear belts and all that fun stuff.
So he's got what? Sellers Burger is what? 10,000?
No, it's 1,000.
Oh, okay. I guess I could do it too, but They don't allow me to sell this on TikTok.
Yeah, you can't. You can't sell ammo.
I can sell this stuff though.
Yeah.
I can sell reloading supplies, I guess.
Yeah. Yep.
That's about it.
Yes, you can.
But, yeah.
But
Kind of stupid to sell everything we want to sell.
you would think, right? But there's too many people out there that get offended. You know? Oh my God! It's a bullet. It's not even loaded. It's a bullet.
I'm just a small town, nothing to city. Then we got Mr. Big Redneck. I'm in Pennsylvania right now.
Yeah.
Catholic says, at least you're not a Cowboys fan. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. At least you're not a Cowboys fan. That goes both ways, right?
Cowboys would love the Cowboys. There's no in between.
The only time I like the Cowboys is when they're playing the Eagles.
Hey, hold fast. Follow QPro941. He's a good dude too. He has gave both of you guys a follow. Appreciate that. Anyone else I should follow. So Motorhead, follow Motorhead.
Yep.
So Pro941. He does some reloading stuff. There's a couple of videos of him shooting my stuff. 3030 subsonics I made for him. That thing was cool to hear because it's so quiet. Yeah.
So what brought you down to Florida?
My mother. So we moved my parents got divorced. We moved from Pennsylvania to Virginia Beach.
Okay.
For a few years, left Virginia Beach, went to North Carolina. Lived there for a couple of years, and then my junior year in high school moved to Florida. Been here ever since. I played baseball in college and high school and all that stuff. So Florida was a great place to obviously play baseball year round. So that's so I stayed. So.
There you go.
I do miss the snow every once in a while, but not that much anymore.
Yeah. Pennsylvania redneck. I've never heard of that. I've never heard of it like that before, but that's kind of true.
Well, it is. I mean, I grew up on top of a mountain in the woods, so I mean, there's like 12 houses on our entire street. So, so I used to play in the woods all the time. So, snowmobiling and horseback riding, motorcycle, dirt biking, all that stuff. So.
Yeah, I love the warning too, Motorhead. That's hysterical, isn't it? Consuming substances featured in this live could harm your health.
Well, because you're.
I was smoking a cigarette.
What?
But if I'm drinking a beer, would the same thing come up?
No, because they can't see it. Like when I can't, like I chew tobacco, so I can't put it in, but I can. If they don't see me spit, I'm fine.
Yeah. Too restrictive, man.
Yeah, I have any problems with CCI primers not igniting. I had 17 out of a pack of 100. No. I had some of those Argentina primers have that issue. They weren't igniting. Some Cervalis or Reyes or whatever the hell they're called from Argentina. I had that problem, but when I found out that I didn't have them seated deep enough. So Nathan double check the seating on those primers. Make sure that they're seated deep enough. You have a little bit of space between that issue and the level. You probably know that. I run mostly 90% of my stuff with CCI.
Certified plastic surgeon Dr. Sheelan is there in former Navy SEAL.
After so many hundred rounds, you gotta keep making sure your guys are tight, Zach.
There he is.
I'm from Port St. Lucie, Florida. T. Johnson.
Oh, still bright.
Let's do there on a typical weekend.
Here? Well, we just got into. We were at another place, but we just moved into this one. So typically, my weekends here consist of work, trying to get the place set up, shoveling rock, building decks, building gazebos, you know. But we're almost done. But once that's complete, it'll be drinking and relaxing and going to the pool. Yeah, man.
I got a pool in my backyard and go in it like 5 times a year, so yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Well, I don't know. I guess it's there. You always know it's there, so you never seem to go in.
Well, right, but you don't go in.
I did go on Friday night after I had a few drinks. Because I was like, yeah, I'm just going to go sit in the pool and drink.
Yeah, that's always fun.
You went to high school at Fort Pierce. Fort Pierce Central or Fort Pierce Westwood? Okay, Zach, you'll learn. You'll learn. Always tighten them down a little extra notch when once you get it in place. Make sure they're super snug. But they will eventually loosen up over time.
Oh man, I got a bug zapper going, and I think a grasshopper fell in it. Shake 91, how are you, brother?
You only remember it had a fence all the way around it. Oh, that was every Fort Pierce High School has a fence all the way around it. How many years ago? Because Fort Pierce Central is a newer school, probably like 15, 20 years old, and Westwood is the older school. Zach, you're a little tall there. 1.17 is a little high. Brad G, what's up, buddy? How are you? Say hello to Joe.
What's up?
Yeah, that would have been Westwood.
Anybody been watching the news today, man?
We watched it on my live, actually. They just, 10 o'clock, they were telling me because I had no idea what was going on. So, actually, Trump came on at 10.
Yep.
And I turned on the TV in here, and we all watched his news conference right here on the live.
Short and sweet, man. Dude was like, we ain't fucking around no more. Pretty much, right? Yo, Keston, how are you, brother? Keston, this is Brian. Say hi to Brian. Brian's awesome.
What's up, guys? How are you? Yeah, 115's good on those Zacks and the 124s.
What did I get flagged for?
Smoking a cigarette?
No, community flag comment. Like, they just like, the hell?
Rand definitely found out.
Because you said the F word?
Yeah, Iran definitely found out.
Well, of course. That's Trump's playbook, right? I knew he wouldn't wait 2 weeks. Of course. You know, he's smart. He's not going to tell you, hey, we're going to go bomb you on the 30th. You know, like, I'll decide in 2 weeks. The next day, boom.
Yeah, but did you hear that shit about Congress now saying that they're going to go and impeach? They're going to file for impeachment because he didn't get the permission of Congress before he did it.
There's some workaround for that. He's not going to break the law to do something like that, right? So there's some workaround for it. It'll be fine. But that's just the Democrats rallying their base and doing that stupid crap.
What's up, Amy? How are you?
They all know that they need to. They all know that they needed to be done. Every single one on both sides of the line. They had to be done.
Yeah, but they'll never get the votes for it. They'll never get the votes. It's the typical people that are gonna, go for impeachment, right?
Yeah, Adam Schiff and all of
Pelosi, right? All them. But a lot of the Democrats, believed in it and wanted it to happen. So
a lot of the Democrats wanted it to happen when Joe was doing it. Joe was too scared to do it.
Facts.
Well, if they were really that close to having a nuclear weapon like they said they were, like the news says they were very close to getting one, then it had to be done.
I agree.
A nation like that does not need to have a nuclear weapon that want death for the West.
Not when they're chanting death to America, right? And death to Israel.
You know, Russia, has a, but yet they know better, right? Iran doesn't care. They're just doing it. They just don't give a crap. Iran doesn't care.
Yeah, but the rumor is China may be getting involved here.
They're always going to bring that up. But I'll have to watch the news when I go back inside.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. I guess it all has to do with oil, right? From that side of the world. It's all about making money.
Yep.
Hey, Tanya.
Talk about politics. I agree.
What's that?
Catfish doesn't want to talk about politics. There's enough of that on here, so I agree. I actually agree with that.
Yeah, all right.
Let's talk about going to both of our links and bios and buying a bunch of stuff from us.
Yeah, there you go. We got the new Mag5 Firearms trucker hat right here, baby. Brand new, hot off the press. It came Friday. I put it on my head Friday and walked out the door for a drive.
Yeah, I got like 4 or 5 hats left to sell too.
And I got a new line. I got a new line of shirts coming out. You guys, I'm excited to bring those out. You guys should see them soon. And then on top of that, I got a whole new formula of pew pew cleaner and oil. So I'm still working with Riptide, the formulist at Riptide. And it's going to be better. I haven't seen Catfish's name pop up in a long time, man. Where's he been?
Catfish Hunter?
Yeah.
Oh, he's been on my lives every week, man. He loves my stuff. Catfish knows his pew stuff too.
Yeah.
If I don't know an answer to somebody has it, Catfish usually has the answer. That or Zach.
Zach, I have great conversations with Zach, man. Zach's a good guy. I know Zach. Zach, Motorhead. I hope Cody comes on. Cody's another one. Great guy. You guys should find them and follow. Motorhead, Keston. These are all great people.
Wayne.
Oh, Wayne. Monica and Wayne. Let's see if we can get them on.
It's 11 something.
Yeah.
It get all bent out of shape about what you can't show. I can't show pew-pews for a long time. Like I can flash them, like I was flashing a quick little thing, the bottom of it. But if I show the whole pew-pew, they flag me for that. If I say certain words or if I talk about my link in my bio as my name, they flag that. I had a whole account banned that had 3,500 followers banned. I built this one up, and now I'm one strike away from getting banned on this one. And my backup account has 57 followers. So
That's what happened to me, brother. Zigzag, what's going on, man? Thanks for coming on. Yeah, dude, I was doing a sub live with my other account, and I had look at that, man. I've met my goal. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. That's awesome. But I was doing a sub live for my subscribers, and we were talking about 1911s and 2011s, the pew-pews, and they didn't know what a 2011 was, right? So I opened up my browser, and I pulled up a picture of it. 10 seconds later, man, they turned off my account, everything. Shut me down.
yeah, no, they're super strict about it. Like I've learned because when I first started doing lives, I was getting community guidelines every 5 minutes.
Yep.
I was getting 3, 4, 5 strikes all the time. I would kill it, do this, do that. So I've kind of learned what I can say and what I can't say, what I can do, what I can do, what I can't do. And then even when people are saying certain comments on here, I have to like be careful responding to it.
Right. I don't disagree with you, but at what point, I don't know, this is the bad side of me that comes out where, you know, at what point do you just get fed up with the censorship and you just do it anyway, right? But I guess that's why I get in trouble all the time.
Well, it's tough because you're trying to build an audience, right? Like you're trying to build it up. And if I get up to 10K, that's where when you get lives and likes and people see the post for more, you actually start making
money.
Money.
Yeah.
And and all I want to do with that money is be able to go and give like free giveaways and give free and bigger discounts or do some free shipping on some products. Like that money could be used not for my pocket, but to keep everything else the same and to just kind of grow it. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
My backup's not in my buy or hold fast, but it is the same name, but it has underscore. So it's ACRI underscore. And then the last part of it.
Bourbon Vinyl, how are you, buddy? Thanks for joining us. Zigzag's the man. Thank you again for the goats, brother.
I should put my backup account in the bio up there too.
Yeah, you never know. You should.
I always tell people about it. It's the same name as up with the underscore, but that's a good point to put it in there because I got my website in there and I have my YouTube in there, but I should put the backup account.
Yeah, one of the guys told me about setting up a shop on Instagram and Facebook, so that's what I ended up doing.
Yeah, like you can do that with some of your stuff, just not your people stuff, right? So.
Yeah, well, I can do it with all my stuff, my shirts, my hats, my gun cleaners. Oh, again, thank you guys so much, man. Big G, thanks for joining. Are we related?
Well, we kind of look like it, though. Gray beards and big dudes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's my brother from another mother.
We both lived in Pennsylvania for a while. Does that say anything? I
I don't know. That's funny.
Not related, though.
Thank you guys for the gifts, man. That's much appreciated. Thank you guys so much. But what were we saying before I lost my
Instagram and check Instagram shop.
Fast says, do you have a backup account?
Do I have no. My backup account is my website. You can always find me there, and the blogs, you know, that I put out and the monthly newsletters I put out through emails and stuff like that. But Facebook, I'm on all of them. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. So you can always find me on one of those.
Old Fast just said I have a gray beard too. All right, you're in the club.
Zigzag again, man. Thanks for the gifts, man. That's awesome, guys. Thank you so much. So appreciated.
You sent me a bunch of stuff too, so thank you guys.
Dude, we have such a great fan base, and there's not many of us, you know. And it really hits home when I see, you know, people who are committed into our lives as we are, you know. So I think that's it's fascinating and it's awesome.
Catfish says, mine's not all gray, just enough to look like a fat guy that's been eating powdered donuts. It is cool to get a little following on here. I never thought this would happen, but like, you know, like Catfish and Zach and Grant and Sean and Craig and Andrew, they jump on all the time. It's kind of amazing and it's pretty cool to do.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just some fat old guy making some stuff, and you know they're enjoying it enough. So
yeah, and I feel the same way. Again, I'm a fat old guy who just likes to talk about guns. That's it, you know? Look at, again, you guys are freaking amazing. Amazing. Achieved my goal again. That's the third time in the 20 minutes I've been on here. You guys are awesome. Zigzag, outstanding, man. Zigzag, meet Brian. I don't know if you guys have met.
I don't think so. What's up, Zigzag?
Brian's with Acri Ammunitions. So he fills his own pew bullets.
Can you say the B word?
I don't know what I can say anymore. I don't know what I can say, so I just say it, and I don't know. Zigzag, we appreciate you. Thank you very much, man. Yeah, and like I was saying, there's not many of us. There really isn't, man. There's a very few, and, you know, that's really all it is that we just like to talk and give ideas and be educational, right? We're not sitting here telling people to, you know, take my ideas and your pews and go hurt somebody. You know, we're saying do things right and do it safe and right.
We're trying to educate people that this is a safe way to do this, and this is actually helping. I think it's helping people, and it would hurt people, right? Like you're teaching them how to, you know, pew safety and how to handle it correctly. I'm doing the same thing with reloading and ideas and tips. And I'm learning from the people on here. They're learning from me. So, you know, it's good.
Yeah. I just wish these platforms would understand that. You know what I mean? And the unfortunate thing, like there is Rumble and there is like Truth, but they just don't have they have the fan base, but there's just not a lot of them in there. You know, that's the unfortunate thing. So.
I don't think you got people who can sit there and like be half naked and dance and twerk and do all that crap and get millions of views, and that's okay. Or they sit there on a chair with their, like, you can hardly see, you can see through everything, and there's, you know, they're sitting there, something's happening underneath the chair, right? And that's okay.
Right.
We're teaching people about safety of and that's bad.
And the differences, and you know what you should do and what you shouldn't do, and where you should do it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I get it. It's very frustrating. It really is.
It's called hole punchers. Yeah, I like that one, hole punchers.
Hole punchers, yeah.
That's what I'll start calling them, hole punchers. Acri hole punchers. Just like powder, I call black sand, or what do we call it? The spicy sand. Someone said the other day. Yeah, so, you know, 9 M&Ms we would say, G-lock we would say, because you can't say the whole word, right? Yeah. I think I said, you know, S&W, but the whole word from S&W, and I got in trouble for that.
Oh my God.
Yes. Thanks, buddy. Some roses. Appreciate that.
Yeah, we have a really good fan base, very loyal fan base, and I think that's the reason why I still keep coming back, you know, and keep doing it, you know.
No, it's the people. It is a fun platform. There's something cool about the platform and how they do it. Because Instagram's not the same, other places aren't the same. I just wish we would have the freedom of speech, like everybody else does.
Yep.
We should be able to talk about it and promote it and teach it, and why not, you know, be able to offer it to other people legally. Like if I'm a licensed manufacturer, which I'm a licensed manufacturer, there should be no reason why I can't promote it and take it.
You're right. There's no reason. And just like me, I'm a licensed gunsmith. There's no reason why. You know, that's why I put videos up when I do it, right? So, like, I'll videotape me repairing something, and I put it up on YouTube, and I share clips of it throughout the other platforms, you know? But it's very difficult to, you know...
And you're certified by the ATF.
And I'm certified by the ATF as well. That's right. So, I mean, like... If I have to put all that documentation in to set up the business on these platforms, but putting those certifications in there doesn't mean anything because they just ignore it and do what they want anyway, right?
A lot of it's just AI watching it and flagging something. You know, AI's doing it. It's not some guy sitting there watching our stuff. It's AI's hearing something or seeing something that's in the guidelines, and they throw up a flag.
Right.
And then you feel it, and most of the time it's bullcrap.
Right. So really funny that you say that, right? I don't know if you noticed, but on my page, all of them, because I posted it everywhere, I had a conversation with Facebook and one of their support people, because I realized that my recommendations was suspended. Right? You know what that means? Yeah. All right. So every time I do something or post something, it doesn't show up on anybody's For You page. So it literally just goes out there and sits in limbo. But my account status was excellent. But my recommendation, so I emailed them or chatted with them, and the guy looked into it and he said, you know, I'm really sorry, but AI detected something and flagged your account and flagged your recommendations, right? And, you know, it's something that we can't undo. But it's only temporary. Well, what's temporary? How long has it been on? Well, I don't know. I don't see those things, he kept saying to me. And I said, okay, so my account is not recommendable. So when I pay for ads, does that not go to anybody either? And he couldn't answer me. Right? And I said, you know, Facebook keeps taking my money when I pay for ads. They're not telling me, hey, you're not recommendable, so we don't suggest you do this. They're still taking my money, and now my account isn't doing anything.
Yeah, it's not going. It makes you wonder if it really reached 2,000 people like they say it does.
Right.
Did it really reach 2,000 people?
Right.
Or you just that, you know, right? Like, I got on a live Thursday. It was really weird. Because usually I always average, I don't know, 15, 20, 30 people, you know, on a live. And I do. I got on a live Thursday and hop on, and I'm making some hole punchers.
Hole punchers. That's great. I love it.
And I get one person joins. So I'm like, all right, hey, how's it going? And then they're gone, and then one other person joins. I never had more than 2 people at one time for 15 minutes straight. So they did not send out my stuff to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I started liking it myself, because you can like your own posts or whatever. You know?
Yep.
I started liking it myself. I clicked out of that one, went back into another one. Nobody stayed more than 1 minute. They all scrolled right afterwards. I never had more than one. I went on to my other account, clicked on a live on that one, same exact thing on Thursday. Like, it did not go anywhere. I sat there for about 15 minutes on both accounts and never got more than 1 or 2 people on there, and it was like you can tell they just scroll through.
Yep.
Now, what is going on? So I'm like, I'm not even dealing with it. I just kept it.
Check your account. See if they suspended your recommendations.
You know, this was TikTok. This wasn't even Facebook. So
yeah,
I lost my whole account, my whole Accurate Ammunition account on Facebook. I made a new one, but I had a good one. I had a good following on it, and I posted a picture of, you know, something like that, and boom, gone.
That's.
But other people and people on TikTok can go to the range and show like,
yeah,
boom, 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 and do all that stuff, and it's fine. But I show one of these, and it's dangerous weapons.
Yep.
Well, it's not. This is not a dangerous weapon unless you put it in one of those things.
Right. And it's not even the gun that does that. It's the people who hold it.
Yeah.
Right. So let's be honest and really, you know, say what it is. So you can't. I'm confident.
Don't hold back, Catfish. Facebook is a bunch of chicken spit flock nuggets.
Tell us how you really feel, Catfish.
Don't hold back, Catfish. That's funny.
It is. It's hysterical. I've learned you can show components, but not completely around. Freebird saying that.
No, that is true.
Freebird, thanks for joining, Freebird. Appreciate it, buddy.
You can get in trouble for showing black sand.
Yep.
Because I got in trouble for that once. But I can show the projectile and kind of all together, but not together. Now, I can say that TikTok, I think I said this the other night, I had 300 blackout pieces of brass. I took a picture of just the brass. Nothing else in it. No primer, no powder, no projectile, nothing. Just the brass. And that got flagged, and that's one of my strikes on my account. I appealed it. I was like, this is literally 3 pieces of brass.
He says it's now black sand. I call it boom dirt.
Yeah, there was nothing in it. It was like, and they did it, and they denied my appeal too. So that strike is on my account still.
Yep.
And it's not like you can call TikTok and say, hey, I want to argue with you about this, and I want to understand why you took this down, because there's nobody to call.
That's right. And you can do it through their chat, but they're in China, so it takes 24 hours before you get a response.
Well, hopefully an American company buys it, and then maybe they would. Did you notice though when they banned it for the day, because they banned it, and then when it came back, it was, you could almost do anything you wanted there for about a month.
Yep.
And then they tightened it back up again.
Yep.
Yeah, it was like free games.
Hey, Shannon, thanks for joining, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's yeah. I don't even know what to say about it anymore, man. It's just it's frustrating for us, for me, So I feel bad for my wife and kids. I usually take it out on them,
Well, I think I'm gonna get out of here. It's almost midnight. Guess I should go to bed in about an hour.
Well, it was great. It was great talking to you, brother.
Yeah, you too. Yeah, man. Have a good weekend over there. Everybody else on my live, Catfish, Zach, Red, Andrew, everybody. I appreciate you guys as always coming out and hanging out for a couple hours of your precious time. Hang out with a couple fat guys watching our faces talk about all kinds of shit. But we appreciate you guys. All the likes and follows and everything else. I don't know if I'll come on tomorrow or not. I feel like it maybe. I don't know. Might take the day off. Come next week, I'm going to be working a little different position at my job for a while, so I don't know how much I'll be on next week, but we'll see what I can do. I just buy shit. I know you do, Zach. But I appreciate you guys. Have a great night. Joe, thank you so much. I'll catch you all later.
Yeah, man. God bless you. I've been on here since 2020, and I'm on my 3rd account and posting, reloading, and 2A content. Well, good for you, Freebird. Keep it going, man. What's up, Dwayne? How are you? Appreciate you guys joining on. It's a tough gig, I'll tell you that, man. Trying to keep this going. So, Lisa, thanks for joining. It's definitely tough, man. Last banana account was 15. That sucks, Freebird. That really does. So before I got banned on TikTok, I was at 3,700. I was at 3,700. I was a seller. I had my shop that I was selling my stuff, and then I was selling for other people. Dude, I was making bank. I was making some pretty good money. And then I had that sub live. I had like 10 people in my subscriptions, And I was doing an educational piece on 1911s and 2011s. And the one guy said, I've never heard of a 2011. And I said, oh, okay. And I pulled up a picture of it, and that was it. They cut me off, cut my feed, turned me off on the live, and then banned my account permanently. It was crazy. Absolutely nuts. What's up, Brent? How are you? Thanks for joining, pal. Abby, how are you? Don't be shy, guys. Just chime in. Oh, that's cool. Are you a manufacturer? Do you make your own? Do you manufacture your pew-pews, all of them? Or the ammunition? Or like, what do you... Or do you just talk about them and shoot them?
Sheila might be right. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out, but that strength. Israel's got all the cards right now, and you know what? President Trump is shuffling the deck for them, and the U.S. and Israel just carried out a perfect tactical tango. I know Cameron Hamilton agrees with me. This is the way you fight terrorism, and Iran just got smacked.
Yeah, look at the longer term potential positive scenario here. Yes.
Hey, Monica, how are you? Catfish, good to see you again. Oh, okay. So you make the ammunition. What's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Been a while. I am Mama K. What's up, Mama K? Zach. There we are. What have you guys been up to? It's going, man. Living the dream, you know what I mean? One day at a time, one step at a time. Ever seen a 395 grain 45 Colt lever? Absolutely slap hogs. Oh, that's awesome. 395 grain.
This has been an absolute masterclass. As I said earlier, we don't know what tomorrow, the week ahead will bring.
Oh shit, man. It's powerful. That's a high grain amount, though. That's all we can do, man. One day at a time. Yes, sir. That's what we do. That's what we do as men, right? Just keep it going. I'm excited to show you guys my new build. I can't let it out just yet. So I started it on a live, but then I had to cut the live to finish it and put it together. Catfish is asking Freebird what kind of velocity. Oh, there we go. 1680. What's up, Bubba? How are you? Mary, how you doing? Yeah, so I did a new build for Cross Armory. What's up, Jose? Thank you for joining, man. Zach, what are you doing with yourself now, buddy? You still training, I hope? What's up, Carly? Wow. 1,000 feet, 1,000 foot-pounds at the muzzle. That's You shoot that out of a lever action, Freebird? Baby, could you grab that for me? It fell.
What is it? Sitting here in the Pentagon right now, I can tell you the hallways are empty, and all of the information is coming right now out of the White House.
I mean, the administration has been fairly open. They answer a lot of questions, and it seems open. So, one of those fucking buttons. I thought that is fascinating of how they went forward with it. And nobody knew. I was saying.
That's awesome, Freebird. An upper for your AR. Yeah, I was just talking to somebody today about that, man. He brought up this place called Bear Creek. You may want to check them out because he was swearing by him. No earplugs needed. What's up, Drew? You want a white one? Yeah, but Bear Creek has those. Who was just telling me about that, man? Somebody was just telling me he got a white one from Bear Creek. It was like a Stormtrooper edition or something like that. Matt, what's up, man? Brian was telling you about the Bear Creek? Ackery's a great guy, man. He's really awesome, and he's very knowledgeable. What's up, Monica? You still on, honey? What's up, Chris? How are you?
Trace, imagine being Ayatollah Khamenei right now. He's a 86-year-old apocalyptic jihadist fanatic, and everything he's been working towards for the past several decades. I mean, billions and billions funneled to Hamas, the Houthis, etc. It's all out the window now. The nuclear program smashed. They were at their zenith. The Iranian regime, that Iranian axis.
Who we got on Facebook? What's up, Chris? How are you, buddy? Thinking cast or plated over tiles or type.
Is he targeted, but we want to support the Iranian people who've been the main victims of this tyrannical regime for the past 46 years. The Iranian people, a great civilization. A modern-day Iran is ancient Persia, a great civilization, a great culture, a highly educated population that is, in many cases, very pro-American. So I'm rooting for the Iranian people right now, and there's a golden opportunity. It's a new Middle East race.
Just finished 2 builds using the CA Bolt AR.
On the other side of that story, you've got America's potential
Really?
response to something that might go forward. Bretton Gert, former National Security Council, said the following here, and I'll get Mark Dubowitz take on this. Foundation for Investment Democracy.
What's up, Joe Accord?
But I think we have, as I understand it, looks in a warning to not to think about that. And if they do, we'll have a counter.
And what if they do want you to think about that? What is the counter? It could be robust and it could be very quick.
Yeah, I think the captain is well prepared. CENTCOM Commander Mike Gorilla, Mark Montgomery referred to, has been coordinating very closely.
I've heard good things about Bear Creek Armory, man. Like, that's the second conversation I'm hearing about them today.
Terrorist attacks around the world targeting Jewish targets, Israeli targets, and be suicidal, but American military targets. There's a plan in place, and there's certainly a severe retaliatory escalation. And the president has hinted at in his speech. I was actually surprised by his speech. I was actually very pleased to see him threatening the Iranians that if you do escalate, there will be hell to pay, and it will be suicidal. And that's the way to protect American lives, protect Israeli lives, make sure that this can end peacefully at the negotiation table, where it should end now, with a full agreement with the IAEA and the U.S. supervision to go in there.
What's up, Freebird?
What up? What up? What up?
What you doing, brother?
Hanging out at home.
Just doing your thing?
Yes, sir.
That's awesome, man. So how did you get into all this, brother?
Oh, God, I've been into reloading and building stuff since, shit, must have been 10, 12 years old. But really got into the subs, I don't know, last 2 years, 3 years.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's been easier to get this, cans. Like my last one, I put all the paperwork in on a Friday, and then woke up Sunday morning with approvals.
Wow.
It's crazy stuff, bro. I mean,
How recent was that?
like 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah, because Trump's in office, man. They're saying that they're getting rid of they're not doing the tax stamps on them anymore.
Yeah. The NFA is about to be dead.
Yeah.
So SBR, SBS, cans. I hope it happens. I swear to God it does. I hope it does.
Where are you out of?
Southeast Michigan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we're a straight wall state for deer hunting. So I really got into the 350 Legend, for deer, because we're restricted here. And Maker Bullets makes a 280 grain. They call it their sub Rex is what they call their bullet. And I took my first doe with one of those bullets, I don't know, 4 years ago. And it's only 400 foot-pounds.
Okay.
Literally, the exit side of that doe looked like I hit her with a 12-gauge slug. And it was whisper quiet. I mean, it's that. So like subsonic and suppressed and everything else. That's kind of my thing. I want things quiet, and just that bullet, that manufacturer is a solid copper round. It's 280 grains, and it's an absolute hammer. They don't make that bullet anymore. The Subrex for the 350 Legend now is a 205, and they backed it off because the 280s required a 1 in 10 twist or faster.
Okay.
And the 205s will work in a standard 350 Legend barrel, which is 1 in 16. And so I still have some 280s. They hit like a tank. It's amazing. I took a doe last year at 147 yards.
So let me ask you something though before you get into that. What are you doing to make this happen? Are you just adding the cans to it, or are you doing something else with like the uppers or any of that?
No, I mean I run suppressed, so I like suppressors. They're amazing.
Right.
And I mean, you don't have to run the can suppressed. I mean, unsuppressed, they sound like a 22. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So they run all around 1,060, 1,070 feet per second, and they hit like a tank.
Mm.
And like I hunt at home, my own land, and the longest shot I have is 150, maybe, because of trees and woods and whatever. But they're just, I mean, it's a good round. Where are you at?
I'm in Pennsylvania.
You guys got straight wall restrictions or no?
No.
So you guys could hunt with 30-06 or whatever.
Yep. Yeah, I'm not a hunter, but I know a couple people who do, and they were excited that they were able to do that here.
Yeah, I mean, so Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, and I think parts of Wisconsin are restricted to straight wall. So straight wall, obviously you know what that is, but in Michigan we can't have a brass more than 1.8 inches with a caliber of 35 or bigger. But 1.8 inches, we can't use 45-70. So you're stuck with 400 Legend, 450 Bushmaster, 350 Legend, 45 Colt, 44 Mag,
Right.
357. So we're kind of stuck.
So you decided to make your own.
Absolutely. and completely push the edge of the rules.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, last year I took two bucks and a doe with a 45 Colt lever, loaded with a 395 grain bullet that is meant for the Hornady Sub-X 450 Legend, or 450 Bushmaster, sorry. And that thing absolutely slapped. And it was good. I used it on some pigs. Took 2 pigs, 400, goddamn, what she weigh? 470 pounds, and then a 505-pound sow at like 65 yards with that setup. And I'm a subsonic guy. I like quiet.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, I'm sure that's useful for hunting, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. I've taken multiple deer back to back because I took the first shot, dropped one, and the other deer was like, "What was that sound?"
Right.
Yeah, it's killer, man. I mean, and then the most fun part about it is actually developing the round. So there's no load data for what I do, right?
You're making your own.
Start low, get to where it comes out of the barrel, out of the suppressor, and it cracks, and then back it down, 20 feet per second. It's fun stuff. Keeps the brain busy.
I bet. But how do you know how much to back down would equate to, You said you back it down 20 feet per second. How does that equate to how many grains you back off?
Really depends on the powder. I mean, like H110. I'm sure you're familiar with H110, right? So 44 mag, all that stuff.
Right.
H110 works amazing when you have a lot of case capacity, but you don't want supers. So like H110 and 300 blackout is like my go-to. I've run up to 250 grains with like 40 AMAX with 300 black. But that may only be 5.5 grains. So you're launching these 250s, and honestly, everybody knows you're doing subsonic, so you want to be inside of 100 yards usually. So you take a shot. Let's say you're 900 feet per second, and you're using standard, small rifle primers. Well, you go up to a Magnum small rifle, you'll pick up that, 100 feet per second. So it's a lot of playing around and figuring out what happens.
Yeah, it sounds like it would be 350 C diameter is officially 3.57 to .0003. Specifically, the skirt. Oh. Man, God, you guys could spewed out this information. Some of it seems Greek to me.
Okay, Catfish. So you're talking about 350 Legend, obviously.
Yeah.
And so the big difference when you run subs, you're going to run a 357 or larger, maybe 358, depending on barrel tolerance, for subsonic. If you're running supers, you're going to run 355. So it's all a big game, but running subsonic, that's my thing. I like quiet. I like stuff that slaps and is quiet. You know what I mean?
Sounds like a lot of trial and error.
More trial and hope to God less error.
Right.
Because when you're developing, I run test barrels, so every now and then you get a squib, which sucks.
Yep.
But that's why I run test barrels, a string, a camera, and I stand behind the tractor in case something blows up. But yeah, it's fun. It's fun as shit. You make something that nobody else makes.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun.
It is.
I'd love to learn more about this, actually.
Yeah, subsonics is a whole nother level.
Yeah.
So recently I got into long range shooting with subsonics. So I'm running a 6mm.
Wait a minute. I thought the subsonics were only good for short range.
Yes and no. So you're not going to try to terminate a target at 300 yards with a sub. But if you want to ring steel, you can. So I've developed a 6mm arc round with a 115 grain bullet that hits a 3-inch plate at 300 yards. Reliably.
Wow.
It's fun as hell. I'm a geek, so I like the math.
Yeah.
And you can do it. I mean, I got bored with shooting supers at 500 or 1,000 or whatever with 6 arc. So I was like, all right, let's go to a subsonic and do 300 yards on a 3-inch plate. So it's fun. It's fun as hell.
It sounds like it. It sounds like it. It's definitely something I want to learn more about. Are you on often, Freebird?
Yeah, I'm here pretty regular.
That's awesome. I'd love to have more of a conversation with you because I'm a novice gunsmith and I'm still learning a lot. But that's something I haven't really put my hands on just yet, and I'd love to learn more about it.
Yeah, subsonics is a whole nother level of stuff.
Yeah.
Because, when you're shooting long range, which I do shoot long range, there's this thing called transonic.
Okay.
That's what you're shooting out, 1,000, 1,500 a mile, whatever. When that bullet goes from supersonic to transonic. Transonic is where that transitions to below the speed of sound. And then that bullet, windage changes, how it acts. There's so much of it. Now, when you start at subsonic and you're lobbing bullets out, 100, like usually, if I'm playing at 300, I'm using 115 grain, which is the same bullet as 243. And there's so much more influence on that bullet, gravity, windage, all that other stuff, that it's just it's a whole nother skill level in hitting a target doing subsonic that far and not wearing muffs the whole time.
That's awesome. That's interesting. And that's all from the bullet. There's nothing modified in the rifle.
Nope. It's all ballistics.
That's interesting.
It's fun shit.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's awesome. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to end it, man. It's after 12, after midnight over here, so I'm exhausted. I've had a long day. But I'd like to talk some more, Freebird, so when you're available, send me a message, man, and we can hook up and chat some more.
Yeah, man.
I'd appreciate it.
All right, appreciate all the people in there commenting, and thanks for letting me on the live, and we'll talk soon, I promise.
Yeah, that's awesome. God bless you guys. Thank you very much. I appreciate you.
Good night, sir.
Good night.